You gotta know when to load them and know when to explode them. I love goblins.
I need to get closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I'm out of range.
So it looks like they're saving the first boss of this raid for when we're actually going to be heading to the Galagio.
I need to get closer.
So, the first boss we're heading to is that guy over there, Styx Bunk Junker. It could be said that no city service is more essential than garbage collection, or at least that's what Styx Bunk Junker would like to believe. Styx and his cleanup crew have been finding incentive ways to dispose of the city's unwanteds and unmentionables for as long as anyone can remember. So, of course, he's gonna see us as a bunch of junk to get rid of.
Styx, dig through all that junk you're sitting on and deal with these pests.
Gollywicks couldn't whoop you little hooligans? I'll show them how we did it in my day.
Oh, oh, you hooligans! Oh, I'm gonna teach you youngsters a lesson. Quite the, even though he doesn't look that old, he's like trying to make himself sound like he's an old-timer. By the way, this boss actually drops a Hearthstone. The explosive Hearthstone. That's a tank trinket. Let me, Havoc, there we go. The Mega Magnet. That'd be useful. Also, tier legs would be nice as well. By the way, I forgot to mention in the last part that what I got in the vault this week was this. Hero Trek tier shoulders to give me my 2-piece. And I still have a catalyst charge, so if I get another tier piece, I can then use it on another slot to get 4-piece. And of course, getting your 4-piece can be very, very beneficial. By the way, I'm up to 643, by the way.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to teach you young pups a lesson!
Spread.
Dodge it clean! Get wrecked!
Get wrecked!
Ain't seen nothing yet.
So, notice the piles of garbage and junk around the room?
Spread.
So certain people are going to get chosen to do that.
Incineration.
Hop on balls of garbage and roll them around the room, collecting, making them bigger, and getting rid of the bombs around the room, or bomb, I guess.
Garbage pile.
But also rolling them into the boss to do extra damage.
Garbage pile.
So in other words, we keep rolling, keep rolling. Okay, I'll stop.
Incineration.
But that's what went through my head when I was learning about the mechanics of this boss fight. I was like, wait, so we're just going to be rolling around, rolling.
Ain't seen nothing yet.
I couldn't help it. I was like, you know, like just that's the first thing I thought of.
Spread.
Now, when we did this on normal, it basically chose at random who would be the people who get to be the ball rollers. Like, you can't really assign somebody to do it. It just kind of randomly chooses. So people have to be ready to do it regardless of what they're doing, what their role is, what your rotation is. Which I'm sure for some people is going to be very irritating. Like, oh, I was in the middle of my DPS combo!
You want something done right?
Spread. Notch.
Do it
Contractor.
yourself!
Now, I haven't actually watched the kill of this guy in the race, but I've heard that this guy was actually quite the wall in the race during this first week. It took quite a few pulls before guilds were finally able to take down this boss.
Dodge it,
Incinerator.
please!
Incineration. Hot garbage.
Hot garbage, that's what he is, hot garbage.
Electromagnetic.
I love it when they take little, like, terms and such and make into the names of mechanics. That's really funny to me.
Spread.
Dodge it,
Incinerator.
please!
Incineration.
But as you can see, what you're supposed to do is make the ball bigger and then roll it into the bombs. To make sure they don't blow up. That's basically the only way you can really get rid of those bombs. So it looks like some people did know about how this boss works. That's good to know. Sometimes you come here in LFR and people are just like, so how does this boss work? What do we do?
Incinerator.
It's nice to see an LFR group actually know what the mechanics are and know how to do them.
Yeah, crap!
Electromagnetic
Oh,
sorting.
let's see what I got.
Spread.
Man,
Incinerator.
this new I-beam focus build is actually pretty great. It's even now even better for Mythic Plus. So this week they actually updated the builds for Havoc. And I was just watching a video by Jedith about this new build.
Spread.
Which there's two different builds now. It's not necessarily recommending Inertia, but the new Exergy. But you don't have to. Basically, there's now also a no mover or low movement build that doesn't even use that. Oh, it's my turn to be the ball. Here we go.
Roll.
Oh, I gotta get the small piles of garbage first.
Spread.
So you have to get 4 small piles of garbage first
Incinerator.
and build it up before you can get the bigger piles. We roll the bone, the bone, the bone, we roll the bone, the bone.
Rolling rubbish.
There we go. And that's basically how that mechanic works. Oh, but we didn't get the bomb! The bomb went off before we killed it. Okay, I probably should have looked to see if the bomb was up before I rolled into him. My bad.
Thanks.
Entirely my bad. Hearthstone. Oh. Though what's great about this is that I can just simply farm this Hearthstone on alts and hopefully get it at some point. And if I don't get it, like, in LFR on alts, I can always get it, like, when we're clearing this with my guild. Because everybody eventually will get the Hearthstone. That's how it works. It always drops, it's a guaranteed drop, and basically one person will win it each week, and then eventually the entire raid group will get it, if we're constantly clearing it every week. Ow! That really chunked my health. Alright, so we have to go a long ways to get to the next boss. Oh, this guy's like, no, you don't get to go this way. We have to go a specific path, otherwise those guys just knock us back like, no, you're not allowed this way. They keep trying to go through, guys. Wait, hold on. How do we get to this boss? Did we have to go back the other way? I think we did. Hold on, guys. We need to go back this way. Yeah, this is the way we're supposed to go. Yeah, we're moving forward from where the boss was. And of course, they just drive right into the trash. Quit trying to run past the trash and help kill it. Look at this shaman just running on his own like, ignore the trash!
I'm out of range.
Just run past it! No, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're literally going to pull all the trash to the next boss room if you do that. Just help kill it. I know people are in a hurry to get to the next boss, but for goodness sakes. You're just going to pull all the trash along the way and get everybody killed. That's literally what you're going to do by doing that. Look at this. Look at this.
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
And I became roadkill. My goodness.
I have many, many wares.
Why doesn't it let me use my boost? Well, while we're making our way toward the boss, I may as well read his journal thing here. Sprocketmonger Lockenstock. As one of Galliwitz's top minds, Sprocketmonger Lockenstock cannot say no to innovation, meaning that his list of inventions stretches far longer than the conveyor belts in his refinery. Constantly looking to simultaneously cut both corners and costs, Lockenstock's always searching for new markets to test out his gadgets. This is the guy who drops the Warglaive that I got in normal, which is this thing. Well, I can't show it to you at the moment, but basically it's what I'm using right now. It's basically a chainsaw on a Warglaive, but I see this and all I think of is the chainsword from Warhammer. You know, from Warhammer 40k, like what the Ultramarines use. And I'm specifically saying it's from Warhammer 40k and not Gears of War, because to quote Total Biscuit, if any of you dare suggest that they're copying Gears of War, I will come to your house and beat you to death with the I think he says the 4th edition or 3rd edition set of rules. Warhammer 40k has been around for 20 years.
Gallywix is gonna flip when he sees this. Unless he doesn't. Maybe we ought to do some market testing first.
So he has a trinket called the Mr. Lockenstock. I don't think this is one of my go-to ones. Now, this is a funny, like, very rare cloak here, which is, like, supposed to be, like... It has haste and mastery, but this is the funny thing. Unlike the one from Narubar Palace, this one has a increase your movement speed and allows you to skim over water. Who cares? Is my reaction to that. Let's just say a couple of our guildmates were giving some people a hard time that if they actually roll need on that because it's apparently listed as their best in slot, that they're not really utilizing their brains all that well to realize, you know what, maybe that's actually not what I need compared to other pieces. You know, like, yeah, if your class emphasizes mastery and haste, okay, fine, but if you're rolling need because of that special effect, you're not really thinking about what's helpful or useful for your class.
I got research to develop!
Wire transfer.
So this boss has a lot of moving pieces to this.
Bones! Housed into my success!
AoE. Activate invention.
Let's try a little experiment.
Beam.
Whoops. I lost track of where he was.
I
Sonic
call
BA.
this the green noise!
Wire
if this
transfer.
is rewired, it'll up the kill rate 20%! Here's to us!
I'm pretty sure if I fall in there, I die.
AoE. Activate invention.
Check out the big bang!
Dodge. Sonic
Shaking out your
BA.
bones! Housed into my success!
AoE. Activate invention.
Let's try a little experiment. How
Wire
hot does
transfer.
flesh get before it sizzles? I
Sonic
call this
BA.
the green noise!
Intermission.
Hold it right there!
Bleeding edge. Void explosion.
Yikes.
Void explosion.
If
Wire
this is
transfer.
rewired, it'll up the kill rate 20%!
Sonic
Shaking
BA.
I will admit that's a part that kind of throws me off because I'm kind of moving in place at that point. I'm just like, what am I supposed to do at that point? Like, this is a fight I definitely need to, like, re-watch, like, the guides about how this fight works to really, like, understand what I'm supposed to do during certain points of the fight with certain mechanics. Oh, gosh!
Activate invention.
Check out the big bang!
Beam.
I
Sonic
call
BA
this
boom.
the green noise! How
Wire
hot does
transfer.
flesh get before it sizzles? Housed into my success!
AoE. Activate invention.
Let's try a little experiment.
Oh, gosh.
Dodge.
Well, we are very cut off from him now. Look at all this stuff going on. This is why this boss right now, at least last I saw last night when I was watching the Race to World First, was the current, like, wall. Because there's just so much going on, and that doesn't even count for some of the other stuff going on in, like, the higher levels of difficulty.
Activate invention.
Check out the big bang!
Beam.
If
Wire
this is
transfer.
rewired, it'll up the kill rate 20%! I
Sonic
call
PA
this
room.
the green noise.
Nice. Great work, champs. Now, go clean yourselves up before moving on, okay?
I already have that. Oh well. So yeah, those are those two bosses. As you can see, this particular boss is yeah, Lock and Stock is has so much going on. I really do have to like really soak in and like understand this fight before I attempt it again with my guild tomorrow, because I did die on this fight when we were doing it on normal. I think I fell in there and that's what killed me. But there's just a lot going on. I need to make sure I know these mechanics well before, you know, I certainly don't want to be part of causing a wipe or something because I don't know the mechanics of this fight. So I'm going to probably work on that before raid night tomorrow. So in the meantime, I believe we have some more side quests to do, which is where we will continue this playthrough, more than likely, unless something else happens. Stay tuned.